Hello, hi, how are you guys doing? This is Rosh Michelle, um, coming to you from my channel. Thank you, new viewers, for coming. Welcome. Thank you, return viewers. Welcome, welcome. I hope everybody's day or evening is going great. Um, Today we're going to talk about the Olympics. Shakara Richardson, I hope I pronounced her name right, Simone Biles, and the whole racial thing, just everything. We're going to just kind of mix it up into one topic. Being that I'm with the movement, it kind of touched some nerves with me. Just so much I want to say. Where can I start? I guess we'll start with the history of the Olympics. In 1936, in Berlin, Germany, they opened up the Olympics to people of color. I believe there were 18 Americans. I'm not sure how many people of color, um, but it started there. It's a lot of history with the Olympics, so we don't have time to run through all that. Maybe I'll do it in increments another time, but it's a lot of history. Basically, my point is, it was opened up in 1936 to people of color. In 1968, it was desegregated again. And basically, my point being, we're going to start kind of a timeline thing, and then I'm going to get to my later points. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, they opened up the Olympics from the gate, opened up the events for people of color. So, being that that kind of diversified the Olympics, you would think that they would be sensitive. I know at that time they weren't as sensitive, but they still knew the needs of people of color. So which kind of brings me to my point with Shakara Richardson and the controversy with her having tested positive for THC, which is, we all know what that is. Most of us, we all should. Even whether you smoke or not, you probably know what I'm talking about. And the controversial decision that the Olympics Charter, or the Olympics International, or the IOC, or whichever one, there's so many committees for the Olympics, decided that she could not participate in the upcoming event. She might be eligible for other events. Um, I'm half and half on it. Um, but my point is that I don't believe she should be penalized for one bad choice. When other athletes were actually tested positive for steroids, which is way worse. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get into what drug is worse, what's not. Not condoning, not promoting, or anything like that. I personally don't smoke. If you do, I don't judge people that do smoke. But there are some things. It just is what it is. First of all, marijuana is legal in 20 states. So whether you smoke, not agree with it or not, it is what it is. It's legal in 20 states. Um, Second of all, I personally believe, as a athlete of color, they kind of put the extra on it with the penalties. And me being with the BLM, I kind of see through stuff. So um, I'm just really disappointed in the Olympics this year. Not as far as the athletes and the performances and how the USA is doing, awesome. But as far as the protocol, the red tape, and all that stuff, the rules and the procedures, I'm not happy at all. Um, their decision to ban the movement, any banners, T-shirts, fist up in the air, kneeling, anything that has to do with Black Lives Matter is banned. Um, I could see if they put limitations on certain things, but my point is freedom of speech. Even though they have to follow the guidelines, they're actually um, going to be competing in other countries. My point being, to the Olympics committees, the charters, the IOC, LOC, whatever, is that you want to have black athletes or athletes of color in your events, but you don't want to cater or be culturally sensitive or diverse to their needs. It's like you're being hypocritical. And I have an issue with that, you know. I know there's some stuff going on with Hernandez as well. She's a woman of color, Latino, Latinx, whatever. That's my issue. There was also an issue regarding the swim caps and the African American with ethnic hair. Like, really? Like, you're opening up the Olympics for diversity, but you have a problem with women of color using swim caps that are catered to their ethnic hair or certain needs. And that to me is a racist policy. I'm just saying what it is. It is what it is. To me, we should be, the Olympics to me needs a committee for cultural sensitivity. And that's my other phone ringing, and I'm ignoring it while I'm doing this video. The Olympics needs to be culturally sensitive. It needs to change policies, because I'm seeing red right now. Like, I don't, the things you guys are doing are not cool at all. And to me, it's just like underlying agenda for systematic oppression for athletes of color. And I'm really going to be an advocate for that. I'm probably going to reach out to them and talk to them or something, however I can reach out, email, or whatever I can do. So I don't know. I stand with Mrs. Richardson and Mrs. Biles. I stand with them. I got y'all. I'm finna throw it up. I don't care how they feel. I stand with them. I support her. I know what it's like to lose a parent. I lost my mom 3 years ago. I'm not justifying how she chose weed to cope. I'm not saying it's good or it's bad. I'm not, I'm just saying, of course, maybe she could have made a better choice. But regardless, I still stand with her. She's young. She's 21 years old. She has a lot on her shoulders. I don't believe one little choice of judgment, personal choice of judgment, should stop a young woman of color's career. I believe that's systematic oppression for Olympic athletes. I think they're, and I just don't think that's fair. And I hope and pray everything works out for her and Miss Biles as well, and all the other athletes of color in all the other events. I hope they change some of their policies regarding the expression for social injustice, even if they don't allow athletes to do everything. All this time I've not been making a video, my phone's not been ringing, and now it's ringing. Anyway, we're going to pretend that we don't hear that. So anyway, with that being said, I don't know what your thoughts are. Maybe you agree or disagree, but I think we can all agree that policies need to be changed and updated to cater to today's needs. And if you are claiming to have diversity and inclusion in your Olympics, then you need to really change some stuff, because people are not happy. I'm not happy at all. And I'm going to be advocating for these things. I enjoy the Olympics, but there needs to be change. There needs to be change, and that's just what it is. So whether you agree with me or not, thank you for listening. I'm exercising my freedom of speech. Like or subscribe. I do hope you'll come back to my channel. We'll be talking about everything. We don't politic all the time here. We fashion, who knows? I might do a plant tutorial on how to grow a plant. I don't know. We're just going to be diverse. But I hope you join us, and I hope your family is staying COVID safe. I am fully vaccinated. Whether you are or not, do whatever it is you need to do to keep your family safe. And stay safe and blessed until the next video. And I'm out. Peace. Rosh Michelle. Rosh Michelle too.